Hello tech skiers, have you ever applied to many tech jobs that suit your experience and skill set but never head back? Does it feel like you are sending your resume to a black hole? Yes, me too. I faced that same situation, sending hundreds and hundreds of applications and not getting any feedback at all, So if I get feedback, it will be automatic rejection after rejection after rejection. I understand. This was because my resume was boring. Yes, it was boring. It was too long. The structure was not great, and I was presenting myself showing responsibility oriented, not achievement oriented. After I refactored my resume according to the European standard, matching the European market, I started to receive hundreds and hundreds of tech interviews across Europe. So in this video, I will share with you the structure and strategies walking you through my resume, which was tried and tested, and got over 100+ interviews across Europe, passing the applicant tracking system, screening stages, and the recruiter 10-second scanning, skimming stages, so that you continue to ski in the tech world. Welcome back to the TechSki Mastery, where we talk about streams, knowledge, ops, leadership, and lifestyle in tech. So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to ring the notification bell so that you get notifications every time I release new video, which is done every week. Without wasting much of the time, let's have fun and start enjoying the process of building the European standard tech resume, targeting the European market. So note that I have provided my resume in the video description to use as a sample while I'm building with you. Keep it in mind that your resume is a list of your own accomplishments, achievements, and interests. Your goal is to craft the most positive version of yourself. Strategy and structure building your resume. Before you start to build the house, you draw the plan first, then the actual building follows. Same before you start building your resume. We have to build the strategy and the structure that will make your resume pass through the applicant tracking system and demonstrate the value you can deliver to the employer if they hired you. So your resume has to look good for the ATS and good for the person who is going to read it, Strategy. There are 5 essential steps creating a perfect resume for tech jobs that stand out. Such resumes are professional and effective and land multiple interviews and get you the job you want. So here are now the 5 strategies. 1. Concentrate on specialty, mostly in your summary section. And then 2, quantify your achievement, mostly on the experience section. And then 3, show the evidence, like on the contact, the GitLab, the project, the LinkedIn. And then 4, make it scannable, 1-page resume, consistent layout and font, and then 5, discard irrelevant information. Tailoring, to specific job is no one size fits all. And then we move on to the structure. The structure is to place sections in order of the importance from the top to the bottom. So I have the contacts and the projects, and then we move on to the summary, and then we move on to the technical skills, and then the experience, and then the education, the certificate, and the awards at the last. So while on the structure, note that the recruiters do not have, all day, to read your resume. On average, they view it for less than 10 seconds. So keep it short and to the point. Building resume. Contact section. So your contact info should be as easy to identifying your name. This is so important. So for all the things in the world, like in your resume, please do not mess this one up, because how else on earth will the recruiter contact you, So make sure you put in the correct contact information, such as email and the phone number, or you will never be contacted. So show the proof also in this section, like the projects, GitHub links, the LinkedIn links on the contact section, is that's where the recruiters get the contact to your projects and to your LinkedIn and to your websites. Summary section. Your resume summary can be the single reason you get the job, or you have your resume thrown in the trash bin. So while building the summary, I want you to concentrate on the special. So one thing that you are known for in the industry, it could be like the specialized skill or the specific type of company or environment. For example, improving operational performance or system migration, or working at a certain niche industry like the finance or the e-commerce or the banking or telecommunication education, etc., etc. So then if you are not sure, what you're known for, check back, at the last few years of your career, the project that you worked on, the organization that you have worked for, and identify some similar patterns, So once you've figured out, your specialty, highlight it in the short summary section of your resume. For example, my specialty is that I've been working in the telecommunication niche organization like both operators and vendors global, specializing with the core network and the business support system, subsystem, and this section should be short and simple. The skills section. The title explains it all. Keep this section simple and clean. List all the relevant skills that you want, the recruiter to know you have, So under this section, you should list any software or programming language or other specific skills that is relevant to the job description. So the more skills you have listed here that match key technical words in the qualification section of the job description, the better your chances. So this will allow you to bypass the online keyword scanner easily, which is the ATS. So a thing to take note about the skill section is not to simply list all the keywords on the job description just for the sake of just showing you're a good fit. It will come back to bite you, as you will be questioned on the skills you claim to know. So easy way to build this section is by cross-referencing the job description and add the important technical keywords. Experience section. This is the part where you include the work experience you want to show, So for the freshers, replace this section with the personal projects. If you did not manage to have any internships, as this is the must, to have for people looking for software engineering positions. So when building the content of the experience, I want you to focus on the achievements, like impact over the responsibility, So your work experience should, at the minimum, list your job title, the company name, the film location, and the dates of employment. This is a fairly standard format. While adding flesh to your roles, each bullet point should focus on the accomplishments, not your responsibility, as I indicated. So, and should be backed, up with numbers whenever possible. So, to build the content, I use this format, which is the most effective and most visible, where showing recruiters and hiring managers, my impact. So, accomplished X, like starting with words like improved, increased, implemented, developed, optimized, refactored, and then measured by Y, like providing a percentage or any figure, and then by doing Z, like showcasing how I provided the value. And then another point in the experience section, not that you don't have to include every single position you ever held in life. Like that's why I did not include my access network transmission position, my first position, like in the telecommunication. It's less relevant than my other position is I was starting my career. I started from the outside subsystem, moving to the core network and business subsystems in the telecommunication industry. Education section. So if you are attending or attended college, this should be the first section on your resume, because going to college is a huge achievement. Just know that you only include relevant coursework on this section. That's where you place some certifications, degrees, masters, PhD, any qualification you think is relevant to the job you're applying to. Conclusions. Only put things in your resume that it will be very embarrassing for you to go to an interview and get questions on something you don't know. Remember, there's no one that knows everything. Being honest will get you much further, So when companies interview, look for how people solve a problem and if they can self-learn. So let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Don't forget to download my sample resume in the video description, So if you found this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get notifications every time I release a new video, and by subscribing you support me, my message, and this channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe. As always, keep on skiing in the tech world.